And welcome to SEO for Newbies. I'm Brett Milletta.
And I'm Arizona Connell.
Yep, and today we are going to be talking about how to get ranked in the Google Maps 3-pack. And before we get started, I just uploaded a video. Did you see what happened today in the Google 3-pack?
Well, what I did see is last night I was trying to do some research on some different cities to see how saturated the competition was. And my phone, I'm writing them down. I'm like, sweet, there are only 10 GMBs here. And everyone, I'm like, sweet, there are only 10 GMBs here too. And then all of a sudden, after about 5 of them, I was like, hold on, something is not right.
Something happened.
So I went and I checked, and on my computer it'll show 20 results, but on mobile it'll only show 10, and that is 10.
It. Game just got harder.
Game just got harder. Well,
right, because listen.
Yeah,
here's the thing. If you just listen. So if you accidentally popped into the Google 3-pack and you were on, for example, the 4th page, well, we could do some trickery to get you clicks to get you to the first page and eventually to the 3-pack. But if you're not even there now you have to know what type of content to put on your site so you could get on the 3-pack.
Yeah, this is so what happened to all the other people? Are they just unless you rank high enough to be in 10, you just don't show up at all? Or did they not? Do you think they didn't just remove those, a bunch of excess fat? They didn't just cancel those GMBs or shut them down? Do you think?
No, I don't think they shut them. No, I don't think they shut them down. What I think they did is they're just showing the 10 closest to you, and the people who are most well optimized. I think they were just looking at their stats and saw nobody was clicking more places.
Gotcha. Yeah, it does make it tougher because now, unless you have got a lot of research that you've done and documented, you have no idea what your competition looks like. You have no idea how saturated a city is. You don't know if there are 20 or if there are 100 GMBs in this city. You know what I mean? So you got to come on point. You've just got to know what you're doing. There's no more playing around.
Got to get in the top 10 on mobile or the top 10 on desktop, top 20 on desktop, because if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to be there. You could, like I just said before, I don't want to keep going over the same thing, but sometimes people don't get it. If you accidentally showed up in the 3-pack when more places, and you were on the 4th page, well, then you could come to a guy like me and say, hey, I'm on the 4th page. How do I get to the first page? Because first of all, you didn't even know how you got to the 4th page. But all right, you're there. But now we can do some stuff with clicks and get you to the top page and some reviews. But if you're not even there now, you better learn how to do on-page SEO. If you don't know how to do on-page SEO, then you're not going to even be in the Google top 20 or top 10. So I don't know if it's good for me yet, or I don't know if it's bad for me, but Google just messed things up.
But
our
part of the game.
It's part of the game. If you want to be in the game, you got to be ready for change. Things aren't going to be the same. So actually, our lesson today is actually going to go over how to solve this problem, right?
Yes.
Right.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We touched on it yesterday.
Yes,
we touched on it yesterday.
Right before we get into that, I got one quick question. It's kind of elementary. So yesterday I was creating my when we got done with our video, I was creating some Google accounts of which to use to create these GMBs, and I bump into this problem. They only let you use the same phone number, I believe, for 2 or 3. I think it's maybe 3 different Google accounts. So is there an app or a solution you know of that's an easy solution to being able to verify, have a phone number to do, or do I just need to reach out to people I know and stuff like that?
Can't you use that Callfire, all those phone numbers for Callfire?
Well, I mean, I haven't set that up yet. I haven't said do I need to set that up and use that as the initial phone number from the very get-go, from the very beginning?
Yes. All right. So that's how you do it.
Okay.
Easy enough. That was easy.
Okay. Awesome.
All right. So what do you want to talk about today?
Okay. Well, the thing we talked about yesterday was content, which this goes hand in hand with on-page SEO. Is I think from what I know, it is the biggest factor of on-page SEO is quality content and proper use of keywords. And then we were going to jump into like tying that content into the silo you created and how that, you know what I mean? How about you break down some, I've got a couple questions as far as, how many times should a keyword be on a page? And let's just run through me the whole. How about first we start with the content that you put on your GMB page and the importance, and the specifics of that. And but if you don't mind, for just so I can write this down and everybody that's going to watch, for the content portion of this, what are the tools or the software that we're going to be using so I can write them down, and anybody that's watching, they already know, like, okay, for this portion of the task, these are the types of things I'm going to need, so they can come back and reference right now and be like,
Okay.
So.
Okay. So
tools tools for creating content.
Great. Okay. Let's do the first thing. So first thing you do is you need content, right? Yes. And I'll tell you a very big mistake that I used to make. Here's a mistake that I used to make. George, your town is still shut down? You didn't work today?
No, I'm home for lunch. This is my lunch break.
Okay. So you came home. Okay.
Yes.
So here's a mistake that I used to make, and this shithead Brian Dean really let me into that. And maybe he's not a shithead, maybe he's a good guy, I don't know. But his videos are very aloof, and they're not very like, he'll just say stuff like this, like, you got to get great content. So I don't know what great content means, right? Okay, so here's what I did, and I'll tell you how my journey started with content. So I was like, well, I guess the best person to write plumbing content is a plumber.
Sure. Makes sense. Makes sense.
You ever see a plumber write?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, okay. So then I realized that wasn't right. And then I said, well, the next best thing is to have me write plumber content, because I could write a little bit better than a plumber, and that was poor also. So I was just, doing grammar. I'm not a grammar expert. So then I went on a website called Upwork, and I just started finding writers because I wanted to get this great content that Brian Dean told me that I needed, right? I needed great content. Yes. So I checked Upwork, and I found writers that wrote for the New York Times or popular magazine articles, and people who've been in who say they were in Newsweek and have written articles for $100 an hour, $150 an hour writers. Because they were great writers, but they don't know how to write for SEO. Writing for a magazine and writing for SEO are completely different. So I wasted a lot of money doing that. Okay. And then the person who showed me how to do content writing was this fella, Ruan Marino. I hope I'm saying his name right. Mm-hmm. So if anybody goes to YouTube and goes to Ruan, RUAN MAHRINO SEO. He's a young kid, maybe he's in his early 20s, but he's very similar to me. We don't BS, we just give the facts. And he throws everything out there just like I do, he gets a lot of hints. Well, anyway, he came up with this sheet, or he stole this sheet from somebody else, which I'm going to share with you. And basically what you do is, let me pull up the sheet. Okay. I have to share screens with you.
All right. Yeah, he does put out some good content.
Yeah, he puts out great content. So let me know when you see my screen.
See your screen.
Okay, so what we do here is, for example, I was trying to order content for an electrician. So what I did was I went to the top 10 websites for electrician. I typed in electrician or electrician near me, whatever keyword. Okay, the keyword electrical contractors NYC.
Gotcha.
Right. So I would go to Google, I would type that in, and then I would go to the top 10 sites, and I would see. I would take all the content. And I would wait 1 second. I would take all the content for electrical contractors NYC, and I would count it. I would put it in wordcounter.net. Have you ever heard of that?
I have not, but this is a tool that I'm going to need, so I'm writing it down.
Yeah, so write that down. Yeah, word counter. So, for example, I went to the first website, and I would take this content right here.
Okay.
And I would put it into wordcounter.net. And I keep a little spreadsheet, maybe. Oh, I'm sorry, it's wordcounter.com. Wordcounter.com. Okay. And it would let me know, for example, how many words were here. And then it would also let me know how many times the words were said.
That's
See
really
on the right-hand side?
Yeah,
it's good.
Is this free? It's free?
Yeah, it's free. Okay. Yeah. So it would let you know, like, electrical was said 5% of the times. And that's good.
Really good. That's really good.
Yeah, right. It lets you know that the reading level and how long it would take to read it, or if you said it.
Okay.
Right. It also let you know that it had 217 words. So then I would go to the next page, and the next page would have 500 words. The next one would have 750, let's just say. And then I would say, okay, look, I want to beat it by that many words. I want to beat it by about 200 words. So I'll write an article for 1,000 words, let's just say. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. Now, so is length of content with how many words and characters, is that directly a factor on ranking?
Yes.
It is?
Yes. Now, there's two different schools of thoughts. I have my friend Darren over at Rattle SEO, and we have discussions every day about SEO. I'm going to bring him on the show one day.
Awesome.
RATEL SEO. Just a great SEO. He's great at it. Anyway, he's starting to believe that more concentrated articles are better, where somebody could just read the page, get the information, and get off. He believes that Google likes that. I'm still of the thought, until I'm proven, that Google wants you to get the most information, and longer articles are better.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So that's what I believe.
Okay. Now, how many times do I need? Like, I think you said yesterday that your keywords should only be used 3% of the time. Now, if my competitor that I'm trying to outrank, I mean, do I need to at least match them? If not, so I at least need to match them, or do I need to beat them a little bit?
So there's a term. There's a term called SEO, and then there's a term called GESEO.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yes.
Where we're doing GESEO, right? So right now we're doing GESEO, right?
Okay.
We're guessing.
Right.
We don't know that for sure. So there's a program called Page Optimizer Pro.
Okay. Page Optimizer Pro.
Yeah, I think it's pageoptimizer.pro. And once you install the article on your page, you run it through this program, and it'll check the top 10. And it'll let you know how many times to say the keyword or a variance of the keyword. This isn't something. Yeah, this isn't something. If you really want to do it right, this isn't something that you could do just by looking at it or using this word counter. I mean, look, if you don't have the money for Page Optimizer Pro, at least you have a starting point. You have a basis.
Gotcha.
Right? You can use something like this, but you want to use Page Optimizer Pro because it takes the top 10 rankings, and it says how many times they use the keyword. So for that keyword, maybe Google says 7% is acceptable. There's every keyword has a different scale.
Okay.
Right. Okay. I'm just saying what not to over optimize. So keep it around 3%. But if Page Optimizer Pro says, hey, you can use it 7% of the time, and people are ranking with that, or 20% of the time, then use it.
Okay. Okay. Now, I guess this leads to my next question. Okay. So using the keyword, we should keep it at whatever the percentage that Google's cool with. Is that per page
Right.
on my website? So for
That's correct.
I have one page on tree removal, and another page on stump
Yes.
grinding, and another page
Yep.
about the city. So each
Yep.
page, use it 3% on each page for that specific long tail keyword.
That's true.
Okay,
That's correct.
awesome.
Yep.
Now
Okay.
I heard you tell me about a tool called iWriter, I believe. Could you?
Yeah, it's actually
Okay.
it's actually a program on the internet. So we're going to get into that right now.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm going to send you this later in a couple of seconds. This is the outline that I use to send to iWriter. So
Okay.
going back to my story, what I would usually do, I would go to Upwork, for example. I get this New York Times or Newsweek writer for $150 an hour, and I would say, hey, write me an article on electrical contractors in NYC. And they would write this beautiful, flowing article, and they wouldn't use the keyword at all. And I would pay $450 for an article, right? Because Brian Dean said I needed the best.
Gotcha.
Get great content. Great content. $150 an hour. Isn't that great content? No. So here's what we want to do. We found out how to get the words. In red, these are the notes to the iWriter.
Okay.
Okay. We're trying to rank this website for electrical contractors NYC, just to let the iWriter know. This is where you could do research. So we give them websites to research.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
We let them know that that we're trying to rank that keyword #1 on Google, and the opening paragraph should be 100 words. So, for example, and I'm going to give a bad example. In today's age, it's very hard to find an electrical contractor in NYC. Today, we wrote an article about how to find the best or the top electrical contractor in NYC, and then you go on with the article, right? So that's just the intro paragraph. I tell them I wanted 100 words. Then what I do, and I do it two ways. In the H1 tag, I put in what you should know before hiring a electrical contractor. What you should know before hiring. Now, you can't keep putting in all your questions, what you should know before hiring. Like I would put maybe an electrician, right? So just a synonym of that name, right? You can't keep putting in electrical contractor of NYC, like what you should know before hiring an electrical contractor of NYC, right? Here's how I got this question. I do it two ways, but I'll show you the free way. And it's good. And it's good. And it's good. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing wonderful.
Yeah? How's work today?
It's going pretty smooth in there, just cutting dogs. For anybody that doesn't know this, my job is paying the bills right now. I'm a dog groomer. So good. This is, I take my lunch breaks.
It's your anchor job.
It's my anchor job until as soon as this money equals that money, that's when I'll be able to put that down and do this full time, which, right. So I'm doing this. Trying to do this, just trying to grind it out, man.
Okay. What did I just see here?
You're looking for the question. How you got the question.
What did I just see here? I know, but what did I just see here?
What do you mean?
Look at my mouse.
What about it?
Doesn't it look like there's more places? Oh, excuse me.
That's not the map pack.
Oh my God. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's working for that one. So I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Okay,
like, we're back.
So, yeah. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll try to write some questions out of here.
Gotcha. With the related keywords that Google thinks are most relevant.
Correct. Now you could use other programs like SEMrush or Ahrefs, and in Ahrefs has the top questions that people ask for that keyword.
Okay, that's pretty
You
cool.
have a private SEO club, right?
I do.
Okay, so if you go to Ahrefs and you put in the keyword, I don't want to do it here because not everybody has that program. And it'll say, and then on the left-hand side, you click questions. You'll see the top questions that are asked for that. You wanna be able to provide the best content, like Brian Dean says, right? You want to get the best content for people.
Yeah.
You want to get the top questions and answer their questions. So
Yeah,
what you should know before hiring an electrician.
Okay. Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
You this thing isn't done, by the way, and I don't know if I ever did this for this client. So anyway, using a technician or a lineman, looking for a top NYC contractor, what you should know, the top 5 reasons. That's another good thing to add in your content all the time. A bulleted point is the top 5 reasons to find an electrical contractor, for example.
Gotcha. Okay, now, do you recommend having like I see the FAQ? Do you recommend having a FAQ page on your site? And
on every page, you should put an FAQ, and then there's schema. Now, I'm not a coder, but there's a special FAQ schema. And maybe the next episode, I'll get you the code for that. But there's a special FAQ schema so that when you're doing a search for electrical contractors NYC, if they show frequently asked questions for that keyword, your website will be featured in that.
That's cool.
But you need to have the schema code on that page.
Okay.
Okay, I'll get that for you later on. Then at the end, we just want to summarize in about 5 sentences, and we want to add the client's phone number, email address, and a brand link back to the homepage.
Okay.
Now, one thing that I forgot and that I'd like you to do is that in your opening paragraph, I want you to use the keyword electrical contractors NYC and link that back to this page.
And link that back to which page?
To this page, to the domain name electrical contractors NYC. So, for example, in the opening paragraph, we said something like, if you're looking for an electrical contractor in NYC, right? That's the link. And you link it back to link it back to this page, not the home page. Link it back to this page.
Okay.
All right. You link that back to this page, and then you put the brand link on the bottom, ABC Electrical Contractors, and you link that back to the home page.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's just if you're building a page of content, right? You just want to get an article out there. This is just for an article. I'm going to show you something else in a little while. But if you're just throwing out a blog article and it's going to be by itself, this is how you do it.
Okay. And this one thing I just make a very, it's very common sense, but this is why I think it's so important that at least when you're starting out, or maybe for the entirety of your career, that you stick with one niche or the other. You get really good at plumber stuff, or really good at tree removal, really good at DUI lawyers. So if you put the time and the energy and the resources into creating some good content with some good on-page SEO, then you can basically use that as a blueprint, change the location, change the business name, and then throw it in another site, and it should perform equally as well. You know what I mean? If
based on the competition, and let's not get, I don't mean to interrupt you, but let's not confuse anybody. You can't use duplicate content. For example, we could not take this and find an electrician in Tampa.
Gotcha.
And just use the same exact content and just take out NYC and put in Tampa, Florida. That's called duplicate content. You're not allowed to do. You can't do that.
Do they have a program that will like kind of reword it for you that you can put your?
Yes, that's called correct. That's called a rewriter.
A rewriter. So there you go. So would that work properly then?
No. You don't want to spin. You don't want to spin any articles on your website. You want them all written.
Okay.
Correctly. So you would take this and you would go over to Fiverr. or you would go over to iWriter and you would fill out this template form for the content, for the keyword that you're trying to target. Okay. And you would send it over to iWriter and say, please answer these questions. And I need 1,000 words.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it's iWriter.com, or you could go to Fiverr and find a good writer, one or the other.
What's about the price range for about 1,000-word content article? Can you give me a ballpark on something like that?
Yeah, I think about anywhere between $10 and $20.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, I paid one time I paid $450 for an article. I think I deleted the page. You know what I mean? So yeah. So to have an outline like this is what you want. You want to have an outline, and you want to be able to send that to the writer and say, this is what I need, and use variances of the keyword.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, awesome. Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm going to send this to you in a little while. I'll send you this template.
Okay, great.
All right, and you just change it around. You're welcome. My pleasure. But you know what? Like, see, like you did the right thing, and I'll tell you why. Like, you reached out to somebody who already did it. You know how many years this took me? Like, it just seems like a simple thing, but you know how many years this took me to finally find somebody who showed me how to write the great content, rather than somebody just say, get great content. Like, this took years and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
To get this information that I'm just giving you.
And that's why I'm so honestly, the amount of gratitude.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. The amount of gratitude that I have for you for reaching out to me. I mean, that's the gratitude that I have. Okay, another thing, while we're stroking each other here, is you want to try to get 10 to 20 keywords and have them sprinkle those keywords in the article.
Okay.
You could get those keywords from those programs, or you could get those keywords from those programs like SEMrush or Ahrefs that have keywords related to it. If you don't have any of those programs, you could just look at the top 10 and see what keywords they're using. Oh, emergency electrician, I'm going to use that one. Expertise, electricians, electrical contractors. See? And just write down those. See what's being highlighted in bold. Electrical contractors, NYC.
Gotcha.
See?
Gotcha. Okay.
See?
All right. Well, can you tell me, how about this? Okay. So I think I've got, a fairly decent understanding about the text and the characters on the page. Where do pictures and video come into play as far as the content on your page? Like how many, any specifics? I've heard things about like don't have the images too large because you want your loading time, especially for mobile, to be really quick. You don't want it, because Google,
you want those pictures optimized. Right?
Yes.
Oh, of course you want them optimized. But you asked a very good question about images, and I've been on that image thing for a while now, for about a month. It's a big thing for me.
Gotcha.
So if we go to electrical contractors, and you click images, NYC, these are the images that Google sees as for being an electrical contractor. Now, naturally, if your name is ABC Contractors, you can't use a van that says electrical contractor. But see, there's my client right here.
Really? Is it?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
See that? Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to find these images, and you want to try to create an image, or you want to take an image, right, and then maybe just change some of the stuff around on it. So and geotag it.
Okay. And should you I've heard like naming the image should be the file should be named, or it should be named something related to the keyword. One of the many.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And you don't have to use it as the main picture, but you should try to put some of those pictures on the home on that page that you're trying to rank.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, that's how you get pictures. And you could go over to a site called Getty Images and find similar images, but you certainly wouldn't put a whale, for example, because you like whales and you're like, hey, we do a whale of a job, let's just say, put that on the home page and put all whales on your page and expect to rank that page. Like people put pictures of their stupid kids on their homepage, and it has nothing to do with being an electrician. It's great you're a good daddy, you know, and I preach that all the time. Be a good dad and be good to your family. And I don't mean that the kids are stupid, but you know what I mean. It's stupid to put them on your homepage. Stupid to put them on your page. Put them on your Facebook page.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But don't put them on your website. And just put stuff that relates. Like get this light bulb. Try to find another on Getty Images or on some free images site. You see that this light bulb or something similar to that. Google sees that related to this keyword. So try to get those images on that page that you're trying to rank.
Gotcha.
Right? Something like this light bulb. Right? Stuff like that.
Gotcha. Okay, now what about do you recommend doing like a YouTube video embed on your site? Is that going to help with us ranking?
Another mistake I made. I made that mistake. So I watched a Brian Dean video who told me if you could keep people on your page longer by putting a YouTube video with that keyword on your page, they'll watch the video for a minute. Then if you could put an infographic, they'll look at that infographic for a minute. They'll read the rest of your text and you'll rank. Well, here's the thing. If you type in whatever keyword you want, click the first 10. If people have videos, then you put a video. It's not a ranking factor if nobody else has it. Okay. It won't matter. Okay. If they have infographics and they have videos, then you put it. If they don't have it, you could still do it. I mean, I don't think it's going to hurt, but it's not going to help. Nobody's ranking with it. Okay. Nobody's ranking with it, right? So I always say, like, you know, I use this example in one of my videos. I put like, you know, you want to investigate a crime scene. So I investigate every keyword like a crime scene. So I look at it. I don't touch anything. I just look around and I look for clues as to why they're on the homepage, why they're on the first page of Google for that keyword. Right? So I'll look at the words in the title tag. Mm-hmm. Give me a second. Because I was looking at this. I need a new doctor here in Tampa. I had 8 knee operations. And
what?
Yeah, I had knee replacement. Yeah.
Wow.
I messed up. So I need a new doctor here in Tampa, and I was just doing that this morning. So anyway, so if I wanted to rank a doctor near me, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take out even a little sheet of paper. All right, this one says best doctors in Tampa. Let me write that down. Family doctors. Looks like everybody's writing Look, everybody has doctors there. And then what do they have in their description? Oh, they have DR. Okay, and they have doctor near Tampa. Let me write that down. Right? I'm noticing again the best. Right? See, I try to look for similarities. And then what I'll do is I'll just start clicking away. So, for example, I'll click this one. And I'll see, like, do I have to order a video? Oh, this looks like a directory. Right? So maybe I should create, for that keyword, maybe I should have all my doctors on a page like this. Because that's what it looks like Google is looking for. Maybe they're not looking for an article page.
Gotcha.
Right? Let's see what this one is. Okay, once again. Okay, so this was like a great example. Right? So if you're looking for doctors near me, it looks like directories are showing more than article pages. So why would you go write an article page and expect to rank for that? I would take all my 20 doctors that I'm trying to rank this website for, all my doctors that are in that practice, and create like a profile page. An article page isn't ranking for that keyword. That was an important lesson. Does that make
Absolutely.
sense to you?
That makes
Put it to
perfect
me
sense.
how you. Okay, put it to me how you would explain it if I didn't understand it. Before you,
I would take
before you do.
Okay, before you decide on what kind of page to build or even what kind of website to build that you're trying to rank for, go to your top 5 organic results on Google and see what kind of pages they have built. The structure, the layout, are they directories? Are they aggregates? Is it a blog site? Is it an information-based page?
Right.
Is it an e-commerce site? And then structure yours how theirs is structured, but beat them, do better than them, but structure it similarly.
There you go. Perfect. Well said. Well said. You couldn't have said it better. Okay, we have about 5 minutes. I want to just go over. I want to go over this page with you. Okay. It goes back to ranking in the 3-pack.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I created this little chart yesterday, or this little diagram yesterday. Please excuse me. My handwriting is awful.
So
I have. Is it? Yeah. I think that's guy thing, right?
Yeah.
So I have this as the. Did I send this to you yesterday?
You didn't send it. We talked about it during the video.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I'll send it to you. So if you're trying to rank a client, and now it's even more important in the Google 3-pack, you have to show Google that you have content on that specific keyword. Make sense?
Yes.
So if the Electrical Contractors NYC is coming up with a 3-pack, what I would do is I would create a page called Electrical Contractors NYC. And I would use that template to write content for.
Okay.
Then I would take a sub keyword, which was on the bottom, related searches.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say it said emergency electrical contractors, emergency electricians. Let's just say, right?
Okay. Yep.
I would write another page on emergency electricians because it's a sub page of this. And whoops. And 1 second. I'm sorry. I get distracted easy. Where am I? I'm going to kill her. I'm sorry. Now I'm going to have to do this again. Okay. So we have the home page. We have the main keyword we're trying to rank in the 3-pack. We have the supporting keyword. Now, in that supporting keyword, is there a product or a service, like, for example, wiring, electrical wiring? I could write a little 500-word article on. Right? Just a service.
Yeah.
Comes off page 2. Page 3, once again, is a sub of the main keyword. And then I get another thing called whatever electricians do, screwdrivers, screwing in wires. Let's just say, I don't know, whatever their product, whatever their service is, I would get a little sub page just to show authority on it. Now, I want to show you something. The keyword only links to the homepage. Keyword 1, only one link goes to the homepage with that keyword, Electrical Contractors NYC. Okay. Electrical Contractors NYC only gets linked to the homepage. Emergency electrician only gets linked to this page.
Okay.
24-hour emergency, this keyword only gets linked to the second page. So we're building a silo that just goes straight. Make sense?
It does.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm following you.
Okay. The second page, this little product, this little service that they offer, you get a link that goes to the home page, and it also goes to this little service page. So there's 2 links on this page. There's also 2 links on this page. One link goes to the service, and the other link goes to the second page. On this page, one link goes to here, and one link goes to the service page. If guys, you don't understand this, don't worry about these A and B pages. It's okay. Just link this way. Your main keyword you use going here. Second keyword, you go here. Third, you go here. And what you do is, for example, let me explain this. This page is about electrical contractors, NYC. You highlight that, you link it. When they click electrical contractors, it goes to your homepage. This is 24-hour plumbing, 24-hour electrician. When you click that, it goes to electrical contractors NYC. It goes to this page. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
You understand? Okay.
They're all linked. There's just they're just linked strictly back to one. Yeah,
whatever the name of this page is, it gets linked to this page in the content of your article. Try to put it in the first paragraph. And when you click the link, it goes to this page, to the second page. Now you have your city page. Your city page, you just write about Brooklyn, New York, things to do, places to go, things to see, temperature, average temperature, the time, all things that people would want to know. It's just a resource page. It has nothing to do about electricians.
Gotcha.
And that Brooklyn page or that city page now gets linked to page 3. Now, what happens with this? This Brooklyn shoots right through all these article pages, right? Boom, 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 boom. These keyword pages, rather, right? We're creating keyword pages, and now we have a city page that's giving it juice for that city. So it's letting Google know that it's a Brooklyn electrician, it's a Brooklyn 24-hour, it's a Brooklyn contractor. Now you could also add the word Brooklyn and Kings County on these pages a couple of times, 3% at a time, but you're getting this Brooklyn page to power up your pages. So Google sees the relation. Okay.
Definitely got it.
Now you write a press release, and you point the press release at abcelectrician.com/Brooklyn, and you point the press release at the Brooklyn page.
Okay.
And if you have Tumblr pages, you point it at the Brooklyn page. And if you're getting links somewhere, you point it at the Brooklyn page. Why is that? Because when you point it at the Brooklyn page, this gets powered up and it throws the links this way and it powers everything else up. Let's just say you wrote a press release and you pointed it here at the second page. You wouldn't get any of the juice from the third and the city page. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense because you would buy. It would be buy. Absolutely, it makes perfect sense.
Right.
It's almost kind of like an electrical circuit kind of.
Yes,
it
is. Okay. So what you want to do is you just want to take these links. You don't want to point them at your homepage. You want to get this press release, these Tumblr links, these Web 2.0 links, these article links. Somebody wrote an article about you, point it at /abcplumbing.com/Brooklyn/Tampa/whatever. That'll power that city page up, which will power up your services. And at the end, it'll let Google know that you're an electrician in Brooklyn, New York. And that's how you're going to be. And if you don't do it this way, in my opinion, my humble opinion, if you don't do it this way, you're not going to be. Now they're not playing games, as you could see, right?
Yeah. And because
you don't, if not, you're not going to be here.
Yeah, see, and the key, like, I guess that I don't hear near enough emphasis on. I'm glad that you kind of put enough emphasis on creating a page on your site that is strictly optimizing for the city and state or the neighborhood or the area you're trying to rank for, because that is like what this bread and butter is local SEO. This is local SEO. And so you need to stand out in Google's eyes as being like the guy in Tampa, the guy in Staten Island. You know what I mean? So I haven't heard anybody obviously they talk about doing some on-page keywords with your city and location and stuff, but nobody has talked about like devoting an entire page and optimizing just for this location and doing it in a way that's actually is so much better because you're not mixing it up with other content. It's just stuff about this city. It's, you know what I mean? Which is, I think, is beautiful.
And that's what Google's looking for now, right? They want to make sure that you have a location here. Now, here's the thing that I forgot, and I'm going to say it twice because I want everybody to get it. You need to embed your map on the city page. So you need to create a Google map with driving directions and pins. Maybe we'll do that the next lesson. And you need to put that on this page.
Awesome.
All right. So we're doing it again tomorrow, right?
I mean, we can. We definitely can.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I've got one more question for you. And if we can hit this like maybe 3 or 4 minutes, can you tell me about the significance of like the content on the GMB and how many times your keyword, like the little nuances as far as that content goes and the importance of it as far as ranking?
Do you mean on your posts?
Yeah, well, on your post, when you create the about you, description and stuff, your services. I mean, I've heard things like use the maximum amount of characters, use the keywords in all those descriptions. I'm just wondering if there's like a ratio, the same type, 3%.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Okay. I don't know, but I'm going to tell you what I started doing is for my Google posts.
Mm-hmm.
I started, 1 second. I wish I could bring up my thing, but it'll take me a couple of seconds. I don't want to waste people's time. So what I started doing was I started in my Google post, I started just taking all these keywords and I would just put like, if you're looking for a family doctor in Tampa, see Dr. Smith because he specializes in blank. Many people are searching for a family doctor near me. And I would just, in my Google post, I would use all these keywords as almost like I'm giving a definition for those keywords, and I put it in the Google posts. Why do I do that? Because in the Google Maps, I'm giving too much knowledge here. I'm giving too much knowledge.
Nah.
Knowledge. What would they call people in jail who gave knowledge?
What do you mean they gave knowledge?
Yeah, like guys that walked around that thought they were really smart. Like inmates that walked around that thought they were really smart. What they call them? In New York, they either called them knowledge or they called them science.
No, we'd have. Yeah. Now I've heard knowledge.
Yo, what up, no, wait, watch this. Yo, what up, knowledge?
Yeah.
What up, knowledge? Yeah, it's a dude walking around saying a bunch of shit that makes no sense, but it made sense to other people. I don't know. What would they say? What would they say in Georgia?
Well, Georgia, you don't really get a whole lot of that. I don't know if you're aware, but
nicknames?
Our educational system, we get a lot of nicknames. You get a lot of, a lot of gangs. It's a really, really bad gang problem in the Georgia Department of Corrections, like huge. So you get a lot of like, Bloody Red or Black or G Money. Well, yeah, you got Bloods, and the Gangsters Disciples are the biggest numbers. And Bloods are by far Bloods, and we've got this other gang called GF. It's actually based off of the movie Goodfellas. Yeah. And they're probably the most violent one. It sucks, but you have so much gang nicknames. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so over here, I'm trying to find a Google post, but this one is because this was a review. Mm-hmm. And it has the keyword in here, Dr. DR. See, it's highlighted. But if somebody did their Google post the right way and they put Doctor near me, there's a chance that may show up underneath here. There would be a little icon and it says this Google post mentions Doctor near me. See?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's real important. Make sure you fill out your Google post. Did we ever do Did we do anything on Google My Business yet?
We have not. We're kind of building. Yeah, we're building up to the, getting ready to competition and everything. So that's actually, I think that'll be in the next, maybe two, maybe in the next on 2 or 3 that we'll actually get into the creating and optimizing the Google My Business and tying all this together and actually making something rank. So
beautiful. All right. So listen, I hope that helped. Did that help a little bit? Did I answer the questions?
It helps a lot. You answered all my questions. So I'm actually, that's my homework for this weekend, which I'm going to assign myself some homework, is I'm going to go and search out the top sites I'm trying to beat. I'm going to see how their sites are laid out. I'm going to determine, I'm going to write content. I'm going to write the framework for the content that needs to be written. I'm going to write the framework. And then I'm gonna find, like you said, somebody on Fiverr, somebody on Upwork, or the
not Upwork. iWriter, or Fiverr,
iWriter, and I will get some good content made, and
and find good pictures,
good content. And because definitely now that Google's this algorithm just hit in, yesterday we were talking about how, you could, we should build the GMB, then the Facebook, and then if we're still not ranking, do the site. I'm going to go ahead and say that for any area that's got any kind of size to it all, having good on-page SEO on your organic site is going to be just as important as anything else. Well, now that they're only showing 10 on mobile, everybody uses mobile. Everybody.
Most of the searches are mobile. Yeah.
Everything's mobile, so they're only 10. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to, this is a skill that is going to be absolutely necessary, is organic SEO. You don't have to be a star, but you have to be decent. At least you got to be decent.
You got to know what you're doing. You can't accidentally show up on the 3-pack and know how, in the listings and not know how you got there, because as soon as you not know how you got there, that's how you're going to get off, and you're not going to know how to put it back on. So it's real important. If you follow that silo that I wrote, you'll be back on the 3-pack. Follow the silo.
Awesome.
Follow the silo. All right, brother. You did anything over the weekend? Well, I'll see you tomorrow, right?
I'll see you tomorrow.
Speak with you tomorrow.
Absolutely.
All right, be cool.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.